So, one of the things that a good dungeon master needs to be able to do is he needs to be able to improvise. This is probably the biggest difference between what you can do in an adventure like Skyrim and what you can do in Dungeons and Dragons. Somebody had to plan all of Skyrim out. Everything is either planned or procedural. What I mean by that is that things get uh, random tokens get generated and built, but in general, the real key with gaming is that are able to improvise. You're able to do a variety of things depending upon what your players want to do. When I was first starting out, I had a massive tome. I had collected tables for a variety of different things from all different kinds of magazines and ideas. And I'd typed them all up, and this is many years ago, so I typed them up and I had sheet protectors on all of them, and I could, when I was gaming, if somebody said, well, what color is the vial, what color is the liquid in the vial that I just found? Well, I could roll on some table and come up with an idea and go from there, which is great. That works, but you also listen to what your players are saying, and they go and keep notes as you go through. You want to remember what you told them before, and the easiest way is to keep notes. That's one reason why I really do like going on playing online and doing hangouts on air, because then I can go back and actually watch the video and see exactly what I said. And if I want to improvise and I improvise something, then I can later go back and see exactly what I said and write it down and keep track of it. And that's something that you can't do with a video game. A video game somebody has to plan to keep track of all of that, what's generated. And with Skyrim, things get repopulated at random and so on, which is great and fun, but eventually, it does pale in comparison to what you can do in a game of Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, we got something just from the music. We can tell something is coming at us. Oh, what is it? Oh, there we go. I'm terrible at aim, really. It's a high elf, okay. Now then, why did the high elf want to kill me? I'm such a nice guy. But anyway, oh, ebony armor. Wow. Gold emerald ring, ebony boots. But with this character, that's sort of a problem, because tend to be playing with light armor with this character. I normally go with heavy armor, but it's see, I can improvise in a game of Dungeons and Dragons. I can go through and see what the players say. I take notes, because often the players will give me a better idea than what I could possibly come up with. I've seen that happen many times, where they go, oh, I hope you give them some little clue to something and you're not exactly sure what it is because you haven't plotted that out. And what happens is that the players say, oh, I hope it's not this, or I hope it's not that. Well, write down what they suggest, because you may not use those today, but you can use them down the road. I have notebooks from gaming for many years where it's ideas that the players gave me that I write. And now that I do things much more electronically, I have files that I go through and look at and see what's there. Oh, okay, found something new that I hadn't been to before. Oh, and we've got some stuff we can mine. So what have we got in here? Okay, so What was that? Oh, it's a plate. Who cares about a plate? What is... Oh. Oh, we got more of these ash zombies. Ash spawn. Anyway, they're relatively tough compared to what you would imagine. And of course, Lygia takes care of them. So, and see, that's it's the foreshadowing is the great thing that's in Skyrim, is that you see, you know, or you hear the music, so you know something's happening. In gaming, you know, if you're boy's green tunic, no. Now, see, you can roll up various things like that in your games, and oh, Flynn, that's worth something. The idea is we can take a look at that, and we can go on with more features that they have. What do I mean by that? Well, what happens is that, so we said that it was a green shirt. Well, you know, you go through and you find a bunch of people with green shirts. Are they just wearing green shirts, or is this a fashion statement, or is this something deeper inside? Is this some sort of symbol inside what your what's happening in your adventure, in your campaign, in this area? So the thing is that you just rolled up that there was a random colored shirt, but it may give you ideas, so that as you go through the world, you find 3 or 4 people wearing these green shirts. And what do they have in common? Maybe they have something in common. Maybe it's some society or some secret society, or that they have something. You go through and you kill a bandit, and you find that he's wearing a ring with a funny purple stone. So those are that you improvise. What you may originally roll this stuff on a random table, but you go through it and you make it part of the real game, so that now it can create entire subplots, entire new ideas that are going on in your adventure. And that's what makes your adventures living and breathing, unlike Skyrim, which I love Skyrim. But what happens is that the only plots are, you know, there are some random plots and there are some generated plots, but there's no real improvisation, in that players can't improvise in here. I can't I can't take something that somebody had to program the code to figure out how to allow me to take item A and item B and make a potion out of them. They had to figure out the rules of how that would work. But the advantage with Dungeons and Dragons is that I can improvise. They take 2 things and I go, oh, well, what could possibly happen? And I could look at some random chart, or I can actually listen to what the players say. I hope it does this. I hope it doesn't do that. Those are 2 things. Write them both down. Whether or not you actually do them, they give you ideas to add to your random tables, if nothing else. You can add new ideas to your random tables, but you can add new things and keep track. And the most important thing is listening to what your players suggest, because you may not do that now, but you may do that down the road in another adventure where you make it more interesting. And it's like, I'm just wandering around here seeing what else is out here with this character. And oh, what do we got here? So we've got, okay, these are eggs of something. I've seen them before. And we have some idea that there's some sort of spider in this area. Well, let's pull out our weapon because we're probably going to need it. But that's the foreshadowing that you can do in your game too. Just like that, you find something that foreshadows and give them some I can't say the word, improvisation. You can. One of the fun things that I found to do is I have a table of graffiti, and you go through and just think about what if you've read anything about in what's in Pompeii or in Herculaneum and some of the others where we find the graffiti on the walls that was where they used for most of their political statements, but also the interesting idea. Oh, we got a saber cat. Wonder what killed that. Okay, I don't remember killing it, but you can have those tables, those ideas that you have some statement up there. That's a way to pass knowledge on to the players. And that they find out something that's written on a wall. You shouldn't believe everything that's written on the bathroom wall, but it's an interesting place to put things. Oh, what have we got here? So let's kill whatever it is. It's moving. It's a stray dog. Okay. Probably shouldn't have killed it, but that's okay. We're going to kill the stray dog. And I don't know why we wanted to kill the stray dog, but we did. So you could have that's other one. You just have a little dog run up to the party and wag its tail, and you'd be amazed at how freaked out sometimes a party can get over the smallest little thing coming up because they're so paranoid about something coming and killing them. But it's the idea is you improvise. You listen to what the players are suggesting and maybe act on some of them. Maybe not. Just continue on. Write those ideas down. Is that dog the spawn of hell or something like that? But it allows you to have ideas for later on so that you can, when a different situation comes up, you can do something. You can use those ideas. But so the takeaway I have for this is learn to improvise and learn to listen to your players and take notes. If you like my video, press the thumbs up button. I'd appreciate that. Or if this interests you, you can always subscribe to my channel. There's a button right above. I look forward to hearing some comments. Tell me what you think about this, and I'll try and reply, and we can see if I'll do some more of these. Thank you.